can I be real with y'all? Or yeah, can I be real with y'all? Let me know in the comments if I could be real with y'all. No, but so today's topic is a little bit on the questionable side. What's up YouTube, it's me Sydney. I'm back again with another video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what you think about what I've said, and let's get to it. Today I want to talk to you guys about cheating and if it's the right decision to stay or to leave. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't have a straight answer. I'm not gonna tell you yes, leave his ass, or no, stay. What I'm gonna tell you guys is, do what's best for you and your situation. The reason why I really wanted to talk about this to you guys is because I feel like it's so much more common nowadays to deal with a cheater than it is to be with someone who is faithful. And this goes for guys and girls. Like, there's women cheaters out there, and there are also definitely men cheaters out there. And I feel like nowadays so much like sexual temptation is being pushed on us, like through social media and through just everything in general, like through ads, even like going down the street, driving in your car, like, you're always gonna see something that has to deal with sex. Y'all already know that I'm on here on YouTube to be honest with you guys. I want to be honest with you guys. I want to tell you guys like my stories and what I've been through and all that. I know the right thing to say to you guys is to say leave him or leave her because she's a cheater or he's a cheater, but I'm not going to tell you guys. Sorry. I just personally don't think that every situation is a straight yes or no answer, and it just all depends on these damn airplanes and birds. But you guys, I gotta do what I gotta do to make you guys these videos. Zoe is asleep and I ain't trying to wake her up, and plus it's pretty outside, but let's let this plane pass. But anyways, they always say that the strong thing to do is to leave the person that's cheating on you or has cheated on you. And I think also it just depends, because I feel like it's also strong to stay, especially when kids are involved and all that. So it just, like I said, it just depends on your situation and if this person is like truly worth it to you. Like, okay, I feel like the only time that I would really say to leave is if that person is really like showing no type of effort to like change themselves. I believe that when somebody is a cheater, like consecutively a cheater, I feel like it's deeper than what you're seeing outside. Like, oh, he's a cheater, he ain't shit, or she's a cheater, she's a hoe. But at the same time, it can be deeper than that. Like, it's pain behind that. I feel so. It's not black or white, you guys. It's really all depends on the person and the situation. Now, what I'm here to say is, I want to be honest with you guys. I've been cheated on before, but I've also been the cheater. You feel me? Literally in all my relationships, I have cheated. I'm like laughing about it, but it's sad. I'm okay to say this now because the people that I've been with before already know. Once I had cheated in a relationship, I always feel bad, and I always tell on myself, which is the honest thing to do. But I had to look deep down in myself and realize, like, why do I cheat so much, or why can't I like be in a stable relationship, as far as me trying to work things out with somebody. When I was in the middle of it, I was young, dumb, and I really didn't understand like how other people would feel being cheated on until I got cheated on myself, so, and then I really like realized, like, dang, this shit hurt to the core. Like, you gonna cheat on me? Looking back, I learned so many lessons about being a cheater and getting cheated on yourself. And I feel like in all of my relationships, I cheated for different reasons. I guess it just depends. Like I said, it always depends on the situation. I feel like I didn't do it. I mean, I knew what I was doing. I knew what I was doing, and I knew it was wrong. I feel like when you grew up a certain way, or you grew up to think a certain way, it's hard to not mimic that in your relationships. You feel me? Growing up, like I was always around like healthier relationships compared to what I know other people's have grown up to. I never grew up with my father, so I didn't know so I never really had that, family dynamic. It was always my mom, my grandma, and my uncle, which he eventually moved out of the house, eventually. But it was always me, my mom, and my grandma. And they were my parents. I didn't have my dad. So growing up, it was like I never got to experience. I saw it with my other family members, but personally, I didn't get that family dynamic. You feel me? So I ain't trying to put everybody's business out here, but just growing up, and my mom was always a single mother. She never got married. She would just have boyfriends. And my mom never personally cheated on her men, on her boyfriends, but she was like she had been cheated on. And so I would always tell myself, I'm never gonna be with a cheater. I'm never gonna cheat. Like, that's so messed up. But then it's like when you actually start like being in relationships, like when I got to high school, like when I was in high school, I was 16 and I already had a boyfriend, like a legit serious ass boyfriend. And so I kind of never really been single. Since high school, really, I've always had a boyfriend. I just had long-term boyfriends, but I barely, like, maybe I took a year or two off on my own in college, but I feel like I never got to really experience being a single person other than when I was under 16. I just never got to experience being a single adult. I feel like the reason why I would cheat growing up was because, like, I felt like I needed to be in a relationship with with a man, but then like I just knew that person wasn't right for me. You feel me? I feel like when you're young, you're still trying to figure out how relationships work and what you want out of a person and what you want out of yourself. And when you're young, this is why, another reason why I probably won't let Zoe have a boyfriend till she's like in college or after college, because when you're young, you're still trying to figure out who you are and what you want. It was all really a learning lesson, and if I could go back, I would just choose to be single so that I could figure myself out, like going through high school and going through college and stuff. And maybe like I wouldn't have been the type of person I was like in a relationship, because I feel like I wasn't really nice person in a relationship. So back to what I was saying about me being cheated on before. Once it actually happened to me, I was like, I can't even be mad at this person, because I feel like I understood what they were going through too. The first time, however, with my other boyfriend, I was like, oh hell no, this motherfucker cheated on me. Oh hell no. No, I'm just kidding. I left out. I was like, you're not worth it. I don't want to be with you. And I didn't even ask him to explain. I was just like, I don't even want to hear it. If there was even a possibility, I am out. And then I got into a relationship with my next person, and they broke my heart. And I was just like, damn. Like, now I know how my boyfriend in high school felt with me. You feel me? And I experienced that. I feel like God, I always gotta bring God into this, because he's literally like the only person that can ever help me grow in my issues. So I just feel like God was trying to show me, whenever you do something wrong in your life, God will always try to correct you and humble you so that you can understand what you've been putting people through. Like, those are the best lessons, because from then on you won't, do the things that you had been doing to other people, because you know how it feels. So when it comes to cheating, I feel like it's deeper than just that. And if you feel like that person is willing to change and wants to change, just know that it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be quick, especially when their issues are much harder to deal with, and it's like deep within, and they like suppress it. Especially that, half of the time, like for me, I didn't even know why the hell I was cheating. I was just cheating just to cheat, I feel like. But it really wasn't just to cheat. It was because of my underlying issues. I believe people cheat because they're just not ready to be in a relationship, but they just want to be in a relationship because they think that's what they need to do at the time, at the moment, or because that's what society is telling you to do to be in a relationship. Like, oh, cute, what is it, couple goals, and just things like that. It's like there's a lot of pressure to be in a relationship instead of like experiencing how it is to be single in your life. There's so much pressure to be okay with having sex with like everybody and anybody, and I feel like a lot of people too go into relationships because they're like, okay, well, at least this person I know is not having sex with other people, supposedly. It's a secure thing, you feel me? If you're young and you're trying to figure out life, don't be in a relationship, be single. You're most likely going through things that you can't figure out yet, and you don't know really who you are yet. So I feel like the best thing for you to do is to figure that out on your own, so that you don't hurt other people in the process. We're not perfect. We want to be, but we're not. So that's just personally what I've gone through in my life. Like, I wish I could say that I was like the best girlfriend ever. I never cheated. It was always the nigga, but it wasn't. So girls have issues too when it comes to cheating and stuff like that. I hope this video didn't make you hate me, but it is my truth and I do have to speak it. I feel like a lot of girls go through this too. They just don't want to really admit it, which is number one reason why you should start talking about this girl, because it's deeper than that. It's deeper than just oh, he's cute, I need to get his number and I want to be with him because he's fine. Cheating just helps you escape your issues in your relationship. If you're having any issues in your relationship, helps you escape being vulnerable to the other person and letting yourself connect with that person and just only that person. So there's a lot of responsibility when it comes to being in a relationship, and sometimes a lot of people get scared. I feel like a lot of the times I cheated because I was scared too. Like, damn, like imagine just like, oh my god, I'm gonna be with this person forever, you feel me? Like, and that's a lot of pressure at a young age to think that. So I would suggest just taking your time, and if you're in that situation where you're dealing with a cheater, like I said, you need to question whether you're ready to go through this, because it's not going to be easy, and there's not a guarantee that this person will change. Definitely not a guarantee. If you have faith, I would say pray for that person. Not like, oh God, please, I want to be with him, I need him to be my man, my husband. No, pray that he gets himself together, that God will heal his heart and mend his heart, and reveal to him what he needs to change about himself in order to be married, in order to be ready for marriage, or be able to be ready to be in a relationship with you. And also pray that for yourself, like, to be ready. Like, you don't want to just go into relationships not realizing that you weren't actually ready to be in one. You don't want to waste other people's time. In order to create change in a situation, you also have to look at yourself and better yourself in order to continue with that relationship. If you feel like you guys are on the same level, that you guys are going to grow from this and there's truly some growth showing, then definitely I think it's worth it. Now, if that person doesn't show any growth, doesn't show any want to change, and is just continuously doing you like dirty and talking to you any kind of way, and embarrassing you in front of people and other females, and not like having your back, then it's time to step back and actually leave that person, or step back and take some time off from that person. And hopefully in the meantime they'll realize what kind of girl they got, and better themselves. Just because someone is a cheater doesn't mean that they're entirely a horrible person, a bad person. But like I said, a lot of these issues, they go deeper than what's on the surface, and half of the time people don't even know how to fix those issues. And I know most people are gonna say, girl, you don't need to fix him, you don't need to fix her, blah blah blah. But isn't love being patient with someone? And isn't love trying to work out those issues? Because no one's perfect. Somebody's gonna have other kinds of issues. Their issue just has happens to be lust and temptation and not knowing how to handle that. All I'm saying is, before you decide to leave, think about praying for this person. Don't hate this person, because they are also human. And if they're showing effort to change, don't dismiss that, because you could be the only person that helps them through their issues. And sometimes people, people need help. Sometimes we can't get through things alone, figure things out alone, and sometimes you need somebody to wake you up, you feel me? So I know I needed to be waking up. Everybody has baggage, everybody has issues. People are gonna judge you whether you stay or you don't. People are gonna judge you anyways, so honestly, do what makes you happy. Do what you feel in your heart will be okay, and just make sure that you'll be okay with that situation, just in case it doesn't work out for you. I'm a firm believer in love, and love will prevail all. I'll be the first to tell you that me and my husband were a mess before we got married. I was a mess, he was a mess, but it all worked out because I believe because of prayer, being able to change ourselves because we wanted to. And not every story is gonna be have a good ending, but like ours did, because I feel like we had to go through a lot, and I feel like we also changed a lot. We're different people now, like much better, because God changed us. I wish I could tell you guys that my life is perfect and I'm a perfect person, but that's not the case. Life is all about growth and being honest with yourself, and being honest with your situation, being honest with the person that you are inside and outside, the person that you portray on the outside versus the person that's actually in your heart. I encourage you guys to grow. I encourage you guys to seek what's in your heart, because you'd be lying if you'd say that you don't have any issues, because everybody has issues. Everybody has something they personally have to deal with on the inside. So just acknowledge those things that you know you need to work on, whether it's your anger, whether it's your lack of being able to look yourself in the mirror and really discover, I ain't that cute inside. I need to fix myself a little bit, and that's okay. 1 Corinthians 13:4 says, let me read it to y'all. I have my laptop here. It says that love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrong. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. So be true to yourself so that you can change. It also protects, it always trusts, always hopes, and always preserves. So find the person that you're willing to go through the ups and downs with, and help fix each other, because that's what love is all about. You can't get into a relationship expecting that person to just be so perfect, because nobody's perfect. It's all about choosing the person that you're willing to go through the motions with and figure life out together when you're ready. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope these airplanes didn't annoy you too much like it did me. If y'all only knew how many times I paused the video. Y'all hear it again? I like talking about topics like this, so if you guys are interested in these topics, please let me know so I can do more of these videos for you guys. Let me know in the comments what you think about this video and what things I've said, and do you think it's worth staying with a cheater, or do you think it's worth leaving? I don't know. I also wanted to say that it's not who you are now, but it's who you are trying to be. So make sure that every day that you're taking the time to be better, to get better, and to stay better. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye. I'm